Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Monarch Intuition, and tonight I will be doing your November 2022 mid-monthly check-in reading for you. Yes, I do wear glasses, so anyway, let's get into the reading. If you're new to my channel, what I like to do is I like to pull one major arcana to see the energy and then clarify with a different deck. So what's going on for the sign of Sagittarius? What do we need to know? One more shuffle. Okay. We have the Magician. So moving forward within your life, going to point one. So I kind of feel like you're getting instructions right here because that's what the Magician does. When the Fool is reborn, the Fool goes to the Magician and the Magician gives him like a life purpose, a life path. So when I see this Magician energy, you could be starting something new within your life right here. It can also be a representation that you are connecting to your birth chart. Like, what is your North Node? What is your 10th house? How does that integrate into who you are as a human being? That's something that's very important for you, is to look at what your North Node is, and then look at what's going on in your 10th house. Like, how does it dictate your career? Then how does that blend in with like your moon sign? That's what's really important, is those three things, like when it comes to moving forward within your life. And like looking at your Venus sign is, how do you connect with people in love and how do people connect towards you? So with this Magician energy, I feel like this is going to be critical for you. This can also be representation that you are going to be attaining some sort of higher level of learning, because the Magician does represent technology. It can also represent sciences as well. It is ruled by Aquarius, so higher thinking, higher mind. So I'm going to be using the Revelations Tarot. This deck does have reversals in it. All right. Oh, okay. So the High Priestess is coming out in reverse along with the Page of Cups. So we'll take those. One more shuffle. The Page of Pentacles in reversed. So here's the problem, Sagittarius. I feel like your intuition right here is being blocked off. What you're not seeing is hindsight being 2020. For example, say you had Aquarius 10th house and you had like a really strong Pisces placement, right? Aquarius 10th house and that really strong Pisces placement would be a really good representation of like doing astrophysics, or maybe even something within the medical field, because you have this higher knowledge and being able to expand your mind like way out there, right? And the reason I'm saying Pisces is because the High Priestess is ruled by Pisces. I associate it more so to Pisces than to Cancer. So when we think of this energy right here, it's kind of like, what were your interests when you were younger? What do you like studying now? What piques your interest now? Who are the people who have tried guiding you throughout your life? And you know, it's funny because when you finally figure out what you're supposed to do, all those sudden thoughts and moments throughout your life, you realize those were foreshadowing events leading you to what actually is going to make you happy. So what you're failing to see right here is how the Magician connects to the High Priestess, because the High Priestess is 2. So 1 to 2. You're not correlating 1 and 2 together. For example, when we look at on a graph, we say this is the center point. This is 0, right? And then from 0 goes a distance to 1. Now you take that same amount of distance and you do it again, and that equals 2. So really there are no other numbers. What you're measuring is you're measuring a unit of distance, how far that distance is. It could be a mile, or it could be, 10,000 light years, or a light year, right? And then you add another light year to that. And so that's the distance of something. So you're seeing how things correlate with one another right here. You're saying that, oh, they're one and the same. So all of these things that have added up have really just equaled 1, the Magician. And with this Page of Cups right here, I hope that made sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'll try to explain it in the comments, but I hope that it does. With the Page of Cups right here, what I'm seeing is that you're trying to get your emotions filled up with other things. So you're not looking at how your birth chart correlates. What you need to do is you need to really sit down and think about it. How does it correspond to who you are? For example, degrees in astrology. Degrees in astrology are very, very important, especially the 0 degree and the final degree. I think it's the 29th, 30th, something like that. The final degree of astrology of a sign. So you need to know what degree that's in as well. What you're failing to do right here, and this could be within anything in your life. It doesn't have to be within astrology. It could just be representation of Why do I have to learn this? Because it'll suit you down the line. You're going to be doing something with it later on down the line. Why did I have to go through that experience? Because it's important, because there's foreshadowing. You just can't see that. That's the problem with the High Priestess in reverse, is that you're doing something right here. You're not putting in a lot of effort with this Page of Cups. You're focusing on all these other little things that are around you. Fill up my cup, please. Fill up this cup, please. I want to have fun. I want to go hang out with my friends. I want to do this fun thing and that fun thing. But what you're failing to see is the Magician, and how this Magician, this unit of 1, corresponds to the next unit of 2. All right? So with this Page of Pentacles, all these small little things that you're doing are breaking. Like, they're not working out for you. Like, what is your North Node? How do you get from point A, 0, to point B? And then how does that connect to point C, then to point D, whatever, you know, going on down the line. So let's look at your, where's that deck? I guess I'm going to use this one right now. I'm going to be using the Animal deck, the Wild Unknown. Okay, so we have the 5 of Cups coming out. We have the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Cups. You don't understand the heartbreak and the reasoning you had to do something. I feel like you do something and it's for a short period of time and you have to move on to something else. But the problem is that when you're told to move on to something else, you don't really want to do it. Because you're sitting there looking at your old situation that you had and saying, well, why couldn't I complete it to, like, you know, the final degree? Because you're only supposed to be doing something for a short amount of time. Maybe that's what's been going on within your life, Sagittarius, is that you know you have to do this great special thing within your life. And so you've had to do this experience and then go through this experience, meet this person, fall in love with this person, go to this school, whatever. But you're failing to see how it's suiting you out in the end, right? So what you're doing is you're just kind of playing around. You're not taking it seriously. And if you are taking it seriously, there's still an element of heartbreak behind the situation. You're like, well, how does it correspond to my 9 of Cups? And that's what you can't see, that in the end, you get a wish. In the end, you're going to say, oh, this is my wish come true. What you're wishing on right now, say you made a wish, say you've been praying about it, say you've been doing something, you've been putting an effort to get from point A to point B, and then you get to point B and you're like, well, I don't know what to do now. No, there's still point C. There's still unit number 3. So what's going on with this Page of Cups energy? What are you giving your time and attention to? You have the Father of Pentacles and you have the Death card. It's funny because you have the Father of Pentacles right here and you have the Page of Pentacles. You're giving, like, your time and attention, the thing that you have right now, your youthfulness, your vitality, your money, situations in your life, you're just, like, flitting it away. So with this Father of Pentacles, it's kind of like you're hoping that a situation will bring you a lot of money or a lot of financial resources, but it's not going to do so. You think that these small little get-rich-quick schemes or, you know, this small little thing that you're doing within your life is going to help you get, you know, this magnum opus, but it's not going to. Unless it's directly corresponded to the Magician, to your birth chart. Unless it's directly corresponded to the star, your constellation. So when I see this Father of Pentacles with this Death energy, what I'm seeing for you is that you have all these small little things that you want to do, but you're failing to see the big picture and you're letting that fall apart. You're letting your dream die. Because you're seeing it as, well, I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see all these heartbreaks and all these upsets and I don't want to keep moving forward because every time I move forward, there's heartbreak and upset, but I'm looking at other people who are just having fun, who are just doing things, and, you know, it seems to be working out for them. Well, that's because they've given up already, Sagittarius. You're at that point you're at the crossroads. Do you give up or do you move forward and continue to suffer the heartbreaks? Because here's the thing. You will always suffer heartbreaks if you're continuing to move forward within your life. You have to leave people behind. You have to leave situations behind. You're probably not going to, you know, settle down until much later, if you're, you know, following a career path. For example, a doctor. Doctor has to go to school for what, 8 years? And then after medical school, they can go on to, like, surgical school, whatever. I don't know if they teach that in medical school. I'm just throwing that out there. But think of how long it takes to be a neurosurgeon. Think how long it takes to be a geneticist. That's like 12 to 15 years worth of schooling right there. How much time, how many relationships have they had to give up? Yes, they may have become a doctor at the eighth year, but, you know, you still have to go all the way to the 12th year. to become a neurosurgeon or whatever. It's really easy to give up on your dream because you're like, I'm not having the fun. I'm not having this Page of Cups energy with the people around me. I want to have something for myself. But by having something, by having these little flings, these little whatevers, you give up on your King of Pentacles, what you've been working for, what you've been crafting. Because remember, the Pentacles is about crafting the Ten of Pentacles, right? So let's look at the Page of Pentacles right here. We have the Mother of Pentacles and we have the Father of Swords. You have the information with the Mother of Pentacles of what you are supposed to be doing. Ultimately, deep down, you know that when you throw yourself at situations that don't fit and you're not taking it seriously, you know it's not going to work out. With the Mother of Pentacles, maybe you've already given a pentacle away, right? Maybe you were at the King of Pentacles status and you downgraded to the Mother of Pentacles status. For example, say you wanted to have a really cool government job, but then, you kind of screwed up your life a little bit, just a little bit, not too much, but you now can't have that job down the line. Well, you're thinking, well, if I can't have that job, I might as well just do whatever I want. But here's the thing. No, you can still do something else. You can do something similar. It might not be able to be that job, but here's the thing. If you're good at that job, if you're good at doing what you do, a lot of people sweep stuff under the rug. Like, it just is what it is. Like, half the people in the government are not as these clean beings as you think they are. They're pretty fucking shitty, like, at the end of the day. So you can still, even though you downgraded, you can still become this King of Swords energy. You have the Emperor. Yeah, you can still attain Emperor status. You can still get what you want. You're just going to have to go a longer route now. It could be like, maybe you did graduate from college. Maybe you got your master's, but you were supposed to get your doctorate. So now it's been like 5-10 years. You're like, my God, I need to go back to school. It's like, yeah, well, you have to. Like, you've had this time of fun. Now you have to get serious again. Now you're going to have to be a little bit older. Now you're going to have, to study harder, whatever the situation is, because you had to downgrade yourself from the King of Pentacles status to the Queen of Pentacles status, but you still have the opportunity with the Father of Swords to attain the Emperor status again for yourself, which is better than the King of Pentacles. Maybe this is a blessing for you. You have the Nine of Swords. You're anxious about the situation, though. You have the Son of Swords, and you have the Six of Knives. But a message will be sent to you. A quick message. A fast-paced message is going to be sent to you about how you can move forward, about what you can do. I feel like most of it is all about the motivation behind it. Maybe you've lost motivation, and that could be the situation there. Maybe you do know what you want to do. Maybe you haven't screwed up your life, but what you're lacking is the motivation. You're lacking the information to help move you forward, but the King of Swords is here to give you that information. That Son of Swords with that Six of Swords is there to give you and bring you the information to help propel you, to help give you that ambition to move forward. I feel like what's holding you back is a lack of information, and because you're in the dark about something, that could be causing the Nine of Swords for yourself. You have the Star. Oh, you have the Star and the Four of Pentacles. Don't give up on your dream. Hold on to your dream. Your dream's still going to be there for you, okay? Maybe you've had upsets within your past. Maybe an emperor wants to talk to you about something. That could be the situation as well. Maybe you were supposed to, because here's the thing. I don't know exactly how it works for doctors and whatever, but I've heard this right here. It's not clinicals. It's something else. When you're in med school, you have to go and work at a hospital while you're still in med school. But, gosh, I almost have the word. It's like right there on the tip of my tongue. I can hear it and I can see it, but I can't speak it. I can't say it because it's blank. But residency. That's it. Residency. Sometimes people get turned down for residency and then they're not able to become doctors. So they've gone through all this schooling for nothing. Right? And that could be very harsh, but that could be a situation as maybe an emperor is going to help you get that residency that you're looking for, get you to where you need to be. Maybe you have been downgraded. But there is a message saying that someone wants to work with you, so don't give your time and attention to the Page of Cups. Don't just throw your life away because everything's, fallen apart and it's all garbage. No, that's not the case. Hold on to your dreams. You're going to have an epiphany right here. How is this going to play out for you? This card wants to jump. The Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords. A growing argument. A growing argument. Growing communication of a tragedy. Something could be on the news. Something could be on the news that comes up, and you might see it at the place where you work, and someone might want to talk to you about it. That's what this is. It's growing tragedy. Let me see. One more card for that. Growing arguments. You see arguments breaking out. Three of Swords. And what I'm mainly confused about is the Seven of Pentacles with this Five of Swords. Like that's always a hard card to read when it comes out with a sword energy, because it's like you're growing your own garden, you're working on yourself, you're doing your own thing, and then the Five of Swords represents, you know, backstabbing and betrayal. So backstabbing and betrayal at a place where you work, someone could be trying to sabotage what you're doing, and that causes the Three of Swords. And then that causes, you know, a giant shift. So someone could sabotage your job. Someone could be sabotaging what you're working on. The Daughter of Wands. The small thing that you're doing, the hobby, someone could say something at your hobby. I feel like there's sharp words towards you. Someone wants to get one up on you. And when they do that, that causes a shift. It either causes you to reach out or someone else to reach out for you. Maybe you're telling someone this. Maybe someone from an old past experience wants to talk to you about why the situation played out. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, please. The Three of Cups. So it looks like you're working. You're reaching out. You're talking to someone. You're focused on yourself. Maybe you're talking about a bad situation that's happened. The Three of Pentacles represents at your workplace or whatever you're doing. Three of Pentacles following the the Three of Swords, heartbreak, and you can't see how to move forward. It could be like writer's block as well. So the Daughter of Wands. So it seems like what you're doing, someone is criticizing it or someone is saying something bad, but other people notice it and pay attention. The Seven of Cups. There's a fantasy with the Ace of Wands. So basically, I think someone cares about you. Someone thinks you're, you know, this Daughter of Scepters right here, Daughter of Wands. They could be watching you with this Three of Cups. Entertainment, maybe. Maybe you go and you do something. Maybe you like to go to the movies. You could be, what's the word I'm looking for? They could see you out and about while you're going to like maybe the library or getting coffee, doing a hobby, maybe have a book club situation. But you're enjoying yourself. You're doing something for you. And then these people want to have a conversation about the Five of Swords as to why you don't do something. Like, it could be, oh, I thought you were in medical school. Like, I didn't get the residency. Well, why didn't you get the residency? Oh, well, this person was being an asshole to me. And they're like, oh, well, we can get you that residency. Like, that's the situation right there. So it could be someone recognizes you out in public while you're doing your own thing. Okay, so Three of Cups. Three of Cups is like a coven energy. So maybe a couple of people are coming up to you while you're doing your own thing. Maybe you're running errands with the Seven of Pentacles. You're growing something, getting something for your house. They want to communicate the Five of Swords. You tell them maybe you're busy doing something with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe you're even working right here. So you're doing something for you, minding your business. People want to come up and talk to you. Tell them why this happened. They like you with the Daughter of Wands, and they want to get you out of the Seven of Cups energy. So I feel like you're having a chance encounter. Is that it? Ten of Swords. With the Six of Wands. So tragedy breeds victory. So through this horrible event for yourself, there is a victory. There is a victory of defeat. Through defeat. So I feel like you just have to be real. Like, what happened? What caused you to lose everything? That is what it is. What caused you to lose everything? And I feel like that's how you connect to the Emperor, is when you talk about what destroyed your life. Because maybe it was a setback. Maybe you wanted to do something, but you kept having setbacks. And I feel like there was just, you know, teachers who don't want to grade properly. Like, have you ever been singled out in a class? Like, you're a good student, but you've been singled out? Like, that's kind of what this is. And because you got singled out or something like that, they may have just disliked you. Like, there are people who don't know a thing about me, but hate my guts. Like, I don't know you. Why do you hate me? But ultimately, it's probably because I'm pretty nonchalant about it. Like, I don't fucking care. But I think that's another reason that they dislike me, is because when they find out that I don't care, it makes them... And that could be the Sagittarius energy as well, because I'm a Leo, right? So we have that same fire energy of just like, it is what it is. Like, who cares? And that could be the situation for you. Son of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. So you have the Page of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You may have left an institution. Maybe you saw the Five of Pentacles as the church or as that stable monolith, and then you said, you know what? I don't want to be in the stable monolith anymore. I'd rather go and search out. This could be like the prodigal son energy, but at the same time, it can represent that you just didn't find happiness where you were and you left. The Fool, yeah, you just wanted a new beginning. You don't care. Like, it's the nonchalant energy. You're like, all right, this is kind of boring. Other people have it a lot easier. I have all these stumbling blocks. I have all these things put in front of me. It's like when a teacher is really a jerk to you, it's really hard to just be in that class. When you have all these other obstacles that other people don't have put in front of them, it's just really hard to stay motivated. Especially, like, I've seen people... they just get away with it. Like, they're just, you know? And then you have other people who just breathe the wrong way and people hate them and want to make their lives miserable. So I'm not going to say it's you. I'm not going to say it's them. I feel like it's a combination of both. Like, maybe you could handle the situation better if not said, hey, fuck you, and left. Maybe you could have reached out. Maybe there were other avenues that you could have taken. Once again, I'm not going to blame it on you, because I understand when people get sick of something, they get sick and they leave. So I felt like in the Five of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles represents beggars walking past the church, they could go inside, but they understand that sometimes it's just not good in there, if that makes sense. And so you wanted a new beginning. But I do see that there is this possible reconciliation with the victory over a defeat. Yeah, you got the Three of Wands. It's coming in for you with the Daughter of Swords. You do have that energy. Someone wants to communicate. Someone wants to send you an exciting young message. Just a small little like, hey, what's up kind of thing. Check in on you. Yeah, you got the Ten of Cups now. So a message, someone reaching out gives you the Ten of Cups. So you have the Nine of Cups right here with the High Priestess, and now you have the Ten of Cups coming out. So that is what it is, Sagittarius. Like, I feel like, once again, you could have handled the situation better. Maybe you could have reached out. I feel like other people could have made the situation better if they weren't acting that way. maybe it could just be you didn't find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and got disillusioned, but you had to understand that you have to go the extra distance. Just because you made it halfway doesn't mean that it was over, and you got sick and tired of doing that. I'm sitting in a special chair right here, and it's way up off the ground, and I can't really get out of it. So the card on the bottom of the ground, I'm not going to draw it. It's gone. But I can see, because it flipped up, it's called the Cosmic Blueprint. Cosmic Blueprint does represent the constellation of your life, like what you were supposed to be doing. So maybe think of the setback as a get out of jail free card. You got to have some fun, but maybe it's time to get serious again. And maybe this is a way to get serious. Maybe you had a situation you're like, yeah, I could have done that a little bit longer. That would have been fun, but I had my fun. Now it's time to move on and do something else. And maybe someone's coming in saying, hey, you can still have that opportunity if you want to. So you have brilliance and you have light heart. You got brilliance right here. Take it with a light heart. Don't take it, too seriously. Say it's a new opportunity. It's a new direction. It's a new thing. Old situations are in the past. New situations are here. The Emperor wants to give you a victory over the Ten of Swords. And here's the thing. Fire signs bounce back from tragedy more so than other signs. Just heal faster for some reason. So, midnight, the most magical hour of all. Pay attention to midnight. You might have, what's the word? You might have communication at midnight. Trick or treat, mischief, and play. But for right here, when it says take it with a light heart, trick or treat, mischief, and play, I wouldn't get into mischief right now. Don't allow anything to break your Page of Pentacles. Maybe you just lost a pentacle. You had 10 pentacles, now you went down to the 9 of Pentacles, and that could be the representation of the 9 of Cups, and you're going back to the 10 of Cups. So you went from the King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, and now you're going from the 9 of Cups back to the 10. So it does represent someone reaching out, someone wanting to help fix this from an Emperor position. Someone could reach out, someone could be the boss of a company and want to talk to you. Why aren't you working at that job? I thought you were doing that. And then you get a call from a boss, an old boss, or someone who has reached the top of something and wants you to work for them. You have bee community and blackbird omens. The bee community is a very Masonic symbol. It represents, a network, a hive, people of know-how, and people inside of secret societies wanting to work and communicate with one another. The omens with the blackbird represents, I feel like it's coming in for you fairly quickly. Maybe you're going to get an omen with the blackbird. The blackbird could be, signaling that, hey, it's time. This could be foreshadowing events for you. Just, get ready for it. We have animals. Yeah, focus on the animals. You have the blackbird with the bee coming out. You have courage. Have courage. When someone wants to talk to you, just tell it how it is. Had a problem. It is what it is. But, be courageous about it. You did what you did. You left. Or it didn't work out for you. Or you just got tired of it. But I feel like it's time to get back on track, even if you have to go the long way around. But I don't really feel like it is, because you have the Emperor sending you a message. So you have Hagalaz Hail. Ooh, destruction, damage, distress, setbacks. Okay. Spiritual meaning, inner crisis, doubt, and transformation. Okay, let's look at that in a second. So we lose strength in all ventures, good health, and speedy recovery. So that could be the destruction right there. You might have to go, you might be a little bit sick coming up. That could be the omen. Let's look at this. Hagalaz Hail. I'm going to get you one major arcana for that. You have the Empress. Oh, okay. So there could be a destruction or a disruption in your country, your town, your city. Maybe that was the reason for the setback. Maybe hail had to fall from the sky on something. Maybe there was a destruction and maybe you were spared from that situation. One more card. You have the Hierophant, destruction of the Hierophant from an old past situation, it looks like. Destruction, so double Taurus. Oh. We have the Father of Pentacles with the Death card. The Empress is ruled by Taurus and Libra, and the Hierophant is ruled by Taurus. So this is Taurus right here. So there was destruction within an organization. I feel like you had to leave the organization, but I feel like the setbacks allow a transformation, but you're suffering through inner crisis and doubt. The death of this old situation caused a disruption and caused distress. So I don't think it was your fault, okay? How can they move forward on this? Any more information? You have be, love, and release and accept. So that's an old situation. Be, love and accept this new opportunity that's coming for you. If it's from the old situation, like if it's an old job or an old opportunity that you missed out, maybe you couldn't go to that school because you just couldn't deal with the teacher, whatever it is, that person's gone. That situation's done. That got destroyed. Everything, anyone who was involved with that, poof. That's, I think, how they're going to get you back with that be, love, release, and accept. You have hedgehog disguise and persecution. Someone could be in a weird way. Okay. Listen. Someone could be mocking you. This is a weird, far out concept, but it's really not that weird and far out, all right? Say someone has, maybe you were on a dating website, right? I've heard of this happening. Maybe you're on a dating website, and maybe you sent a couple of people some nudes, you know, whatever. It happens, right? And maybe someone is using your photo and sending your nudes to other people and making a mockery of you to other people. That could be the persecution. That's what I think this is. I think someone has something of yours and is trying to do everything that they can to destroy your reputation. So someone's trying to destroy your reputation, all right? That's what this signifies down here. With the Seven of Pentacles, what you're building, the Five of Swords destroying your reputation, whatever you build up for yourself, someone's trying to destroy it. Someone's trying to sabotage it. With the Three of Swords, with the Daughter of Wands, it's about something from your past. Maybe you sent someone a nude a long time ago, whatever. Someone might confront you about this. With the Three of Cups, with the Three of Wands, and the Daughter of Swords, someone might want to talk to you. Like, it could be something as simple as, you know, your nudes are being passed around, or a video of you, whatever, is being passed around, and someone confronts you like, hey, why did you send that video to me? And you're like, I didn't. And then they bring the information, and it allows you to know who the person is or what the situation is and get justice for that. Yeah, the damage is done, but it allows you to have some sort of transformation in the situation, wondering why you're not growing, wondering why things are not working out for you. I feel like it's something like that. With that disguise and persecution card, someone is imitating you and then destroying what you have behind your back. Yeah, the Moon. You don't see that. The Fool. But there will be a reset of that, okay? Now, I don't want you to be like, you know, paranoid. Yeah, prosperity. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't be paranoid, okay? You can still recover from this. That's the good thing. I feel like this right here, this comes to an end. I think you put it out really quickly. That could be the mischief in place. Someone could be just doing it out of a joke or out of a manner, but ultimately in the end, it's not going to be a joke for them. Let me get you one more Halloween Oracle card. You're protected with the Jack-o'-lantern, okay? So that's for someone. That message that I said just now was for someone, but it could just be there was a destruction of the old situation with the Taurus, or the Hierophant and the Empress, along with the Father of Pentacles with this. So I feel like you're okay. Let me get you one last little tarot card for this. We have the Hanged Man. Yeah, see it from a higher perspective. Your delays are there for a reason. You have delays so you can see things from a different point of view, clearer perspective. One more card. Yeah, the Mother of Wands. It ultimately boils down to people don't like you because you have this Mother of Wands energy. You have a witch, you have this witch energy, you're self-sufficient, you're beautiful. It's Aries energy, so fire energy, because all the fire signs are represented by wizards or witches. Wand energy, what do wands do? They'll like cast spells. So the fire signs are independent. They're fiercely independent. They're their own people. Sagittarius is the sage, the prophesier, right? He was the medicine man. So he was basically the greatest, occultist of the zodiac. So Chiron was. So I feel like someone's doing this because they just can't match the situation. I feel like, yeah, the damage is done, but there is something better for you in the horizon. You have the persecution with the disguise. You can't see it. But you will see it. But you're still protected and you have prosperity at the end of the tunnel. So release and accept it. Be love. Yeah, you have to go through whatever it is. I don't see justice. I don't see anything legal coming out. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Sagittarius, and I'll talk to you later.